This is News 3 Now this morning.
Right now, the latest on Dane County's presidential recount. Good morning on what's shaping up to be a beautiful November 29th. I'm Adam Duxter filling in for Taylor Lazenby this morning. Let's get a quick look at weather this morning with meteorologist Chris Reese.
Well, good morning, Adam. It's going to be another good day for us, but we will be colder and a bit cloudier than what we saw for your Saturday. Waking up with some sunshine earlier on, but the Edgewater Sky Camera shows you that cloud cover is already starting to filter in. 38 or 37 now. Our temperature, we have dropped a degree, dew points into the lower 30s as well. Temperatures throughout south central Wisconsin are all in the 30s. 36 in Janesville. Then you get to Wautoma, and that is where they're much cooler. 21 in Wautoma, 27 in Lone Rock, even La Crosse coming into the 20s. But here's Doppler track. We are dry. There's a cold front that's right on top of us, but because the air is dry, there's not enough moisture for any rain or snow. So instead, we'll only see cloud cover as we move into the afternoon. Hour by hour, those clouds will be on the increase by late morning. By the time we get you towards 1 o'clock, temperatures will be into the low 40s. Look for highs around 43 today with the added cloud cover. Adam?
That's what we like to hear, and plenty of sunshine. Thanks, Chris. We'll catch up with you in about 10 minutes from now. After 8 days, Dane County's presidential election recount has come to an end. Clerk Scott McDonald tweeted late last night around 7:30, quote, "We are done." McDonald says they will reconvene this morning to reconcile the numbers and complete paperwork. He says that is also when he expects the Dane County Board of Canvassers to certify the results. President Trump tweeted a baseless claim Saturday about the Wisconsin recounts, saying the recount isn't about finding mistakes, but also about finding people who voted illegally. Scott McDonald responded to the president's unsubstantiated accusations, saying the president is, in his own way, admitting no fraud was found during the recount. Milwaukee County completed its recount Friday night, and the county clerk there says they found no evidence of voter fraud. President-elect Joe Biden's lead increased by about 100 votes after county officials recounted more than 450,000 ballots.
This recount demonstrated what we already know, that elections in Milwaukee County are fair, transparent, accurate, and secure. We have once again demonstrated good government.
Right now, Biden's margin in Wisconsin is about 20,000 votes. The Trump campaign has dealt another loss, this time in Pennsylvania. The state Supreme Court has rejected a lawsuit seeking to throw out 2.5 million mail-in ballots. The unanimous decisions, the justices say this lawsuit was filed months too late. This weekend, Wilton Gregory is becoming the first Black American to receive a red cap, becoming a cardinal in the Catholic Church. This morning, we're hearing from the cardinal designate about some of the defining issues of our time.
He was named a cardinal
Monsignor Wilton Gregory
without any warning.
Were you surprised?
I'm very much surprised. I got a phone call at 6:30 in the morning. That's how I found out.
Trailblazing since the 6th grade, Wilton Gregory converted to Catholicism in 1958 as his parochial school in Chicago underwent integration and white flight.
There were white kids transferring out and black kids transferring in. So at the end of the 6th grade, there were then only about 6 or 7 white kids left, and the rest were African-American students.
Since entering the priesthood, a keystone of his ministry has been welcoming diversity, including the LGBTQ+ community. But he really stepped up as a leader amid the church's biggest disgrace, priest sex abuse.
In our work toward protecting minors.
While leading the U.S. Bishops' Conference, he championed a zero-tolerance policy to remove offending clerics from ministry. And last year, Pope Francis named him Archbishop of Washington, D.C.
I will rebuild your trust.
The same year, one of his predecessors, Theodore McCarrick, was defrocked for sex abuse, culminating this month in a groundbreaking Vatican report.
Let's be honest, Chris. It reveals some awful events and huge mistakes on the part of church leadership.
But it's the leadership at the White House he's most forcefully challenged, calling it baffling and reprehensible when President Trump visited the St. John Paul II National Shrine in Washington. A day after protesters were forced away, so the president, Bible in hand, could pose in front of St. John's Episcopal Church. Gregory hopes his relationship with President-elect Joe Biden will be different, despite their differences.
I want to begin whatever conversations ensue in a positive vein rather than in an adversarial mode.
Among those differences, abortion. Joe Biden, the first Catholic president since John F. Kennedy, is under a lot of pressure from the Catholic community for his party's support of a woman's right to choose. Chris Livesay, CBS News, Rome.
More local news now. Wisconsin is reporting nearly 4 times as many new COVID cases this weekend. That's because as of significant drop in testing on Thanksgiving. DHS and county dashboards show an increase of 4,700 cases over the past day. 28 more people have died, while 70,000 of the state's 380,000 all-time infections remain active. UW-Madison is reminding students returning to campus this weekend to get tested for the virus before doing any in-person activities. The university recommends getting tested 3 to 5 days after getting back, and then again after about 10 to 12 days. Classes for the rest of the semester will be online. If students did go home for Thanksgiving break, they are encouraged not to return until next semester. COVID cases are spiking across the country this weekend. Health officials are worried about having an additional wave during the height of the holiday season as millions of Americans travel to visit family.
If the growth continues unchecked with no change in that trajectory, at some point we won't be able to keep our finger in the dike any longer and would have to move to crisis standards.
Before Thanksgiving gatherings, COVID cases were increasing in 32 states. That includes California, where millions of Los Angeles County residents will be under new coronavirus restrictions. Starting Monday, people will only be allowed to gather with people from their own households.
Even if you're not feeling sick, the simple act of gathering with people outside your household puts everyone at risk.
Next week, CDC advisors will vote on who gets a coronavirus vaccine first when one is approved for emergency use. The time right now is 7:07 on this Sunday morning. Here's a live look outside the Capitol. Chris is tracking your Sunday morning forecast next.
It's Black Friday all weekend long at Ashley Home Store. It's your last chance to save up to 70% off top brand mattresses and doorbusters. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year on the mattresses of your dreams. Plus free quick ship delivery. This weekend only at Ashley Home Store.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get $4,500 cash allowance on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
When I grow up, I want to be an expert in something. I want to know what it would be like to make a difference. I want to be a part of something bigger, to help people, to change lives. When I grow up, I want to show the world that anything is possible. But now I know that making a difference doesn't take much. It just takes me.
Join our team. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
It's Black Friday all weekend long at Ashley Home Store. Don't miss your last chance to save up to 70% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus bonus discounts up to an extra 20% off our sale prices store-wide. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Three things to know, folks. Winds are going to be on the increase as we go through today and into tomorrow. Now, we're going to be staying dry, but a cold front is going to drop those temperatures for a chilly start to next week and to the month of December as well. Here's what we're watching across the nation right now. I've said really since last week that by the time we get you towards the start of this week we're on now, that a big storm system would likely develop throughout parts of the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes. Well, we're already watching those features come together for what'll be that big storm system into tomorrow and Tuesday. Here's the rainfall associated with that. You see that down throughout the Gulf Coast states. Then you work your way towards the north, and this stripe of cloud cover that you see throughout the Dakotas and Minnesota and northern Wisconsin, that is the cold front. By the way, this is why I expect clouds to be on the increase for us as we move into the afternoon. But the colder air and the moisture coming up from the south, those will merge over the Ohio Valley, but especially tomorrow night and into Tuesday. In fact, here's Weather Track showing you what we have going on. You see the cold front with high pressure in the east moving out that allows low pressure to start moving on in. Over time, we'll ultimately watch how the moisture and the cold air begin to work with each other over parts of the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes, especially the eastern part of the Great Lakes. For us, we're on the backside, so we stay dry and cold, but we will be windy. That's going to create some pretty big wind chills as we move into tomorrow morning. Now, for now, we are at 37 degrees. The air is calm. More 30s show up for us, but so do a couple of 20s. 21 in Watoma right now, Viroqua at 32, 25 in Black River Falls and Lone Rock coming in at 27 as well. We'll top out around 43 today, cooling down into the 20s overnight tonight. Look for those lows right around 24 into tomorrow. Check this out. We are much colder. We only warm up to about the freezing point tomorrow. So we're already warmer now than what we will get to for your highs tomorrow. It'll be closer to what you would normally expect for this time of the year. We're staying in the 20s into your Tuesday morning as well, but I want to show you the wind chills. This is the wind chills you are stepping out the door on Monday at 12. Some areas could see wind chills into the single digits if the winds were to blow hard enough. I expect most of them to be into the teens, but even into tomorrow afternoon, the warmest part of the day, your wind chills in the upper teens and low 20s. So the sunshine will be nice, temperatures will be cold, but the wind is certainly going to be a thing that makes you want to bundle up as you head out the door tomorrow. It gets better into Tuesday. Temperatures recover by a couple degrees as well. We're going to be staying in the upper 30s for the rest of the week with more sunshine.
Well, you knew it had to happen sometime, right, Chris? So we're getting closer to December.
It's inevitable. It'll get cold, we'll get snow.
Meteorologist Chris Reese will catch up with you again in just a couple of minutes. One of the Packers' NFC North rivals has fired its head coach. The Lions dismissed head coach Matt Patricia and general manager Bob Quinn of their duties yesterday. Patricia was in his third season with Detroit, and his teams have gone 7-19-1. Packers have one more meeting with the Lions on December 13th. College football history was made Saturday in Columbia, Missouri. Vanderbilt's Sarah Fuller became the first woman to take the field in a football game for a Power 5 school. Fuller kicked off for the Commodores to open the second half of their game against Missouri. And she's a senior goaltender on the school's women's soccer team. And just last weekend, she helped her team win the school's first SEC tournament since 1994.
It's just so exciting, and the fact that I can represent the little girls out there who've wanted to do this or, thought about playing football or any sport, really. And it encourages them to be able to step out and do something big like this, so it's awesome.
Only 2 other women have ever played football at the FBS level. Vanderbilt did lose to Missouri 41-0. And coming up next, plus a robot is helping seniors with Alzheimer's and dementia. Just ahead on News 3 Now this morning.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on over 400 new Hondas. Lease a new Civic for just $199. That's $199 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Good luck, honey.
You got this. You got this. I believe with your investment, I can take this to the next level.
Hey, Mom, come skateboard.
Oh, look out!
We'll get you on some physical therapy.
Dean Health Plan, we've got you covered, Taria.
Good news. We'll take 1,000 units. Okay.
Live your life with the plan for every moment. Dean Health Plan.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Value. 2 of those things for just $6. Chicken, beef, gyros. 2 of those things for just $6. Oh yay! Arby's, we have the meats.
In 1912, Leon L. Bean sold his first batch of 100 boots. 90 of them leaked. He refunded every pair and then perfected them. Because if it wasn't comfortable, he didn't want people to have it. This holiday season, we want to help you give the warmest, coziest gifts on earth and make you feel more comfortable than you have in a long, long time.
Get 15% off through December 1st at LL Bean.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're seeing added cloud cover out there this morning, mixed in with the sunshine, but the clouds will ultimately be on the increase as we go throughout the day. Still, it's a fairly nice day, so if you want to hang up the outdoor Christmas lights, then go for it. It won't be as nice as it was yesterday, per se, but it won't be as bad as tomorrow and Tuesday, maybe. We'll see those highs around 43. With more cloud cover into the afternoon. We'll cool down into the 30s by the time we get you towards 10 o'clock. Then the 20s for your overnight lows. Look for your overnight low right around 24. Then as we move into your Monday, get this, we're only topping out around the freezing mark for your afternoon highs. 31 to 32 the high on Monday. We're going to be staying in the 20s as we move into Tuesday morning. Adam, the wind is going to be something as we move into tomorrow as well. So tomorrow morning's wind chills are going to be down into the low teens with afternoon high wind chills into the low 20s.
Yeah, not liking the sound of that, Chris, but we knew it had to happen sometime, right?
Yep, it did. It's inevitable.
Meteorologist Chris Reese will catch up with you again in just a couple of minutes. A Mediterranean diet that has less animal protein and more vegetables improves heart health and promotes weight loss in men, according to a new study from the British Medical Journal. Researchers say this greener Mediterranean diet increases the daily intake of micronutrients, antioxidants, healthy fats, and fiber. A Kaukauna Senior Center is introducing a new project to help its residents see their families. It's called the Telepresence Robotics Project. Its goal is to break up some of the feelings of social isolating by bringing families to seniors with the help of a robot named Rolly.
Over these last several months, it's been really a need to bring those families back in, and we really wanted to keep them connected. So using iPads, but now having Rolly is just another way to keep families connected, really seeing that need for family involvement again.
St. Paul Elder Services is the second business nationwide to get a grant for the technology. The group is also using Rolly to help with creative activities for people with Alzheimer's and dementia. There's half an hour of News 3 Now still ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Sunday. And next, we are running through this morning's top stories. Plus, it's been a challenging year for local businesses, how you can help them stay afloat this holiday season. We'll be right back.
Fearing's Audio-Video Security have a team of experts to guide you in choosing the right technology for your business and home. Then we custom design and install easy-to-use solutions to advance your business, enhance your home, and simplify your life. Check us out at fearings.com.
Are you happy with your Medicare plan? Want to get more for your money? Take a look at Quartz Medicare Advantage plans in partnership with UW Health. Quartz Medicare Advantage plans start at $0 a month, including coverage for medical, hospital, and prescriptions. With $5 primary care visits, $0 preventive care, and $0 telehealth visits. It's no wonder that 98% of our Medicare Advantage members stay with Quartz. Learn more by requesting your free planning guide from Quartz today. Quartz also offers more value, including dental, vision, and hearing benefits. And Quartz gives you extras, like dollars for over-the-counter products and fitness benefits, from a plan that works closely with your doctor to take great care of you. This year, switch to Quartz Medicare Advantage. Call or go online to request your free planning guide from Quartz today.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Now during the Chevy Cyber Sales event, use $500 Cyber Cash on most SUVs when you unlock your code. That's around $239 a month on this Equinox for qualified lessees.
An evening in front of the fire can be so relaxing, but dangerous creosote buildup can cause a chimney fire if not removed. Help protect your home with CSL, the Creosote Sweeping Log. It helps clean your chimney while it burns. Inside your chimney walls, there's a constant buildup of flammable tar and creosote. The active minerals in CSL will reduce those dangerous deposits, making your next fire safer. It's so easy. Burn just once every 60 fires. CSL, the Creosote Sweeping Log.
Available at Menards, Tractor Supply, Woodman's, and Walmart.
Fearing's Audio-Video Security have a team of experts to guide you in choosing the right technology for your business and home. Then we custom design and install easy-to-use solutions to advance your business, enhance your home, and simplify your life. Check us out at fearings.com.
On the next Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor will be here with all of the latest COVID news. And film critic Will Loper will run down the latest movies and streaming shows for you to enjoy.
Get more local news now with Channel 3000 Plus, our free digital streaming service that brings you area news and info 24/7 from the News 3 Now team. Channel 3000 Plus. Download it today and watch from your streaming media player or mobile device. This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It's Sunday, November 29th. I'm Adam Duxter filling in for Taylor Lazenby. We're going to start right away with meteorologist Chris Reese, who's got the latest look at our Sunday forecast.
Well, good morning, Adam. We're waking up to sunshine and warmer temperatures than yesterday, but by the afternoon we'll see more cloud cover and temperatures will be colder than they were at this time yesterday. 37 our temperature right now. Winds are calm, but they'll be picking up out of the north and northwest as we move into the afternoon. You see that cold front right on top of us if you pay attention to the wind direction. They're out of the south for a good portion of the southeastern part of the viewing area, but you work your way north and west and winds are out of the north and west. 29 in La Crosse right now, 24 in Black River Falls. Our air is dry though. So even though we have a cold front on top of us, we're not able to produce any rain or snow. Instead, it's cloud cover that we're producing, and that's the reason I'm expecting clouds. As we move into the afternoon, we'll notice those really late morning. By 11 o'clock, temperatures will be around 41, 42 at 1. We'll see that high today right around 43.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris. We'll catch up with you in just a little bit. 3 weekends after the election was officially called, President Trump still isn't conceding. But this week, the federal government is finally recognizing Joe Biden as president-elect. In the past, the handoff from an outgoing president to the next office holder has typically been carried out with grace, even after bruising campaigns and when the new president has very different goals. Chip Reed has been looking into the history of this essential custom.
Please know that you will have my support in unifying and leading the nation.
In a normal presidential election, the losing candidate first offers words of support.
Whatever our differences, we are fellow Americans.
Then comes a meeting of former rivals.
We should work together.
A symbol it's time for the country to come together.
Because if you succeed, then the country succeeds.
Then the real work gets underway.
The things that I need to know.
He can start naming officials. He can start articulating policies. He started to talk to foreign leaders.
The custom is as old as the presidency itself, according to David Marchick, director of the Center for Presidential Transition.
For 223 years, we've had a peaceful transition of power ever since George Washington handed the keys to John Adams. We've had good transitions. We've had bad transitions. This is an unusual transition.
Bad transitions have happened before. After the election of 1860, 7 states seceded from the Union before President-elect Abraham Lincoln's inauguration. And in 2000, a lengthy recount delayed the transition by more than a month.
I offer my concession.
Leaving President-elect George W. Bush just 37 days before his inauguration, about half the normal amount of time.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
The bipartisan 9/11 Commission concluded that the shortened transition left the country vulnerable to a terrorist attack because national security officials were playing catch-up. Most Americans think this transition is just beginning. That's not true.
The transition work started the day after the last inauguration. There are hundreds of career officials all across the government that prepare for whomever wins.
In a typical transition, teams from both sides are in place months before a winner is decided, and the sitting president works to help his successor succeed. Martha Joint Kumar has been studying transitions for decades.
Transition is supposed to be one where the outgoing administration is helpful to the incoming administration in terms of making available materials from the departments and agencies.
In modern times, has there ever been a president who has resisted participating in the transition?
No, they have not. You've had the Presidential Transitions Act, which made it very clear that the federal government had a role in transitions.
And with the coronavirus still raging, the stakes for a smooth transfer of power are extremely high.
There are thousands of officials all across the government, particularly the Pentagon and the Department of Health, that want to get the vaccine out to 300 million Americans, and the sooner the Biden team can start working with those officials, the more ready they're going to be on January 20th.
The General Services Administration is usually an obscure government agency, but it plays a key role in presidential transitions. With President Trump's blessing, it has now given the Biden transition team access to $6 million in transition funds. That's a big relief for the Biden team because they will no longer have to raise money to pay their expenses. Chip Reed, CBS News, Washington.
More people opted for online shopping this Black Friday. And Black Friday online sales hit a new record this year. Consumers spent about $9 billion, according to Adobe Analytics, which is a 22% increase from last year. But experts still say in-person retail sales dropped 52%. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris took part in Small Business Saturday festivities just yesterday. Harris stopped at the outdoor holiday market in Penn Quarter in D.C. Saturday morning. She told business owners that they're part of the culture of communities across the U.S., and she says she hopes we can continue to celebrate them in the upcoming Biden administration.
Well, let me listen, we are clear about the job that we have in front of us. We and the American people deserve that the incoming administration focuses on what's important. And what is important is getting a handle on this virus, opening back up our small businesses, and
it's been a challenging year for our local businesses as well. On the 10th anniversary of Small Business Saturday, Gabriella Becerra shares how you can help make sure your favorite stores are still around next year.
Opening a shop during a pandemic wasn't what Naomi Richardson expected would happen.
It's a new kind of concept for me, something I never would have thought of.
But the opportunity to support local artists in her community wasn't something she could pass up either.
I have to give it a go now and see how I can help support these people too, and it's been really great. A lot of support from the community.
Glitter Workshop is one of 30 small businesses at Hilldale.
It makes us one of a kind, and I think that they have a very loyal customer base, and they come back week after week, month after month.
Marketing manager Julia Hicks says each locally owned shop is marked with a small but mighty sticker in its window, part of the mall's campaign to show extra love to its small businesses this month.
More than any other year, we're hoping that people can show extra love to our small businesses because it has been a harder year. And they're doing everything they can to be helpful to the customers.
So when shoppers make a purchase at Glitter Workshop, it supports Richardson and the 50 artists who sell their pieces there.
When I hear stories that checks from here have paid their electric bill, that just makes every single thing worthwhile.
And that money stays right here in this community.
Bringing that back home and just realizing you're making a difference in these people's lives. It's not just a big box corporate retailer, it's people who this will help get Christmas presents for their kids. So it's just so important right now.
In Madison, Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
Madison is full of small businesses, including in areas like Monroe Street in downtown Madison. Madison Magazine compiled the list of more than 100 local shops you can support. That list is on our website, channel3000.com. A campaign in Lodi is also aiming to support locally owned businesses this holiday season. Organizers of the Lights on Lodi say they wanted to find ways to get the city up and running this fall and winter. They're trying to bring shoppers to Lodi and help keep the lights on in their local businesses. It comes after what organizers say has been a difficult stretch during the pandemic.
Local businesses are the lifeline of our community. If we don't have local businesses, we are all leaving to go other places, to bigger towns, to get what we need. Lodi has so many unique shopping centers and little shopping shops that you can just go and get almost everything you need. I would say you could probably do your shopping here. 75% at least of your shopping can be done in Lodi.
Lodi small businesses will be open additional hours over the coming weeks, including on the weekends. We're seeing new video this morning from the astronauts aboard the SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule. Victor Glover has posted this video on Twitter. He captioned it, "My first video from space."
The video just doesn't do it justice. It is pretty amazing, though.
The astronauts are expected to spend about 6 months on board the International Space Station. They'll be working on a variety of science experiments and conducting spacewalks to work on the space station's exterior. More local news now. With the Thanksgiving holiday behind us, many people are setting their sights on Christmas. But family and tradition is at the heart of one local tree farm this year. For 54 years, the Jensen Tree Farm has brought the Christmas magic to families like the Rizzos, who picked out their tree on a picture-perfect Saturday.
Late November, 50 degrees and
It'd be
sunny.
nice if they were snow-tipped.
But as families from all over do the same today, the husband and wife duo say it's more than just a tree.
Like things are beginning to get back to some sense of normalcy.
And this just makes it a little bit more convenient.
Owner Lance Jensen says his customers have been cooped up. And while this year they need to bring along a couple of extra tools on their trip,
Shakes the tree and you can see all of the old needles.
they say the process itself can almost be therapeutic.
We've had a lot of interest even before the season started. And we really do attribute that to a lot of people wanting that beautiful quality Christmas spirit and that family tradition, that family gathering.
Timber.
A tradition for those cutting down the tree.
It's always a team
It'll
effort.
be a team effort.
Yep.
We can do the sawing.
And she'll do part of the carrying.
And those who make sure there's always plenty to go around.
For us to be able to provide that family tradition to other families and help contribute that with them. I think it just means the world to us. That's why we keep doing it.
In Verona, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now. The Jensen Tree Farm started business 54 years ago with just 10 trees on their 25-acre lot. Today, they've got close to 30,000. They'll be open rain or shine until the Christmas holiday. And if you're looking for something fun to do with your family this weekend, more than 1 million lights at the Rotary Garden in Janesville are now turned on for the season. To keep visitors safe, organizers say they moved everything outdoors this year and are limiting the gardens to half of their normal capacity. Masks are also required. The light show will start at 4:30 each weekend until the end of the year. Republican National Convention Chair Ronna McDaniel is trying to convince Georgia voters to vote in the upcoming runoff elections. McDaniel appeared at a campaign stop in Georgia over the weekend. She told the crowd it's up to them to re-elect Republican Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler to the state Senate in January. In the speech, McDaniel made baseless claims of voter fraud and responded to people in the crowd who shouted, "It's already been decided."
It's not decided. This is the key. It's not decided. First of all, David Perdue still has a 100,000 vote lead over John Ossoff right now with the certification. So if you lose your faith and you don't vote and people walk away, that will decide it.
Perdue's challenger, Democrat John Ossoff, told reporters during a campaign stop today that denial about the election's outcome is just, quote, nonsense and distraction. The runoffs will determine the balance of power in the Senate. They're scheduled for January 5th. Coming up, how you can help campers at Badger Camp next summer. Plus, Chris will have your Sunday morning forecast when we return.